morning. It's Stitch on Friday again. I have an echo. I'm not quite sure what to do about an echo. The only thing that I can think of doing is shutting down and starting again. I can't think of anything else. Has anyone got any ideas? How about I shut down and you guys find me again in the Facebook group? Okay, so I'm going to end right now and try again. Okay, it's supposed to be starting now, so this is our second try. Hopefully I'm not echoing this time, and hope everyone's standing by for this brand new Stitch Along Friday, this Friday. I'm here by myself, as you can see, because Lisa's homesick and not feeling well, so hopefully everyone's hung around and waited for me. It looks like it took me another 6 minutes, and some people are coming aboard. Let me know right away if it is echoing for you. I had to actually start the entire thing over. I thought I could just continue with the same one, but unfortunately I could not. So I had to start another one entirely. So please let me know if I'm echoing. This is a new thing for me. I've never heard of myself echoing before, so this should be fun to find out. Technically, I may end up having to abort my echoing stream. Hopefully this one will be okay. And I know you'll let me know as soon as you possibly can. So today is a wonderful day, actually. It's beautifully sunny outside, and I'm still waiting for some comments, so I'll wait for just a few minutes. You are, what's that? You are perfect. Ah, thank you, Dorothy. Good to hear. Hello, Dorothy and Pat Henke. I'm so glad I started over again. Sorry, it took me a few minutes. But as you can imagine, it's all technical because I'm using streaming software. As I don't want to use the Facebook software because it's really bad. So I get better, you get better reception this way. Thanks to all. I'm sorry I didn't believe you right away because sometimes it's on another end, but I'm really glad that you recommended that I start again. Wonderful. Welcome to everyone. I know that you're all there still trying to get in. So I'll just hang in here and chit-chat a little bit about poor Lisa. Okay, Dorothy, I hear you. We'll see how many we've got left. We don't actually have that many left, so I know you missed last week. I'm not sure why, but I hope that you're feeling okay. Lisa and I were here together last week, and we did have an angel card last week, so I can tell you which one it is even. People feel whole when they are in your presence. That's what last week's angel card was. So there you go. So as everybody else is not quite yet ready to come on board, because it takes a little while for people to find out how to reach us here. And I wish I could give technical guidance because I have not actually tried to access the Facebook live stream before. So it'd be interesting to find out how everyone can get in. Renee Cleveland, good morning. Hope Lisa feels better soon. Thank you. She's actually doing quite well. But, you know, in other words, she's okay, but she's sometimes she's just not feeling well and sometimes she's feeling great. So I think it's better and worse sort of throughout the day. So hopefully she's going to come on board this morning, see if she's as well enough to say hello, even if all she does is type hello. Thank you, Marcia Buckingham. Again, I'm sorry I didn't believe you. I did actually, but I thought, maybe it's on your end. I was kind of hoping it was, so that I didn't have to stop it. But stopping it helped, so that's good. I had some error messages on my streaming software, so maybe that was what it was. It was trying to tell me, but I didn't listen. So welcome to everyone. I hope you had a good week. We had quite the week this week. Actually, Lisa got sick yesterday, so she didn't come in yesterday. But the day before and the day before and the day before, we were hoping that people would pre-order or realize that this was the last time that the drum pincushion was going to be available for pre-sale. And what we've done this for is because we didn't have all the materials in. As you know, we are reducing our inventory little by little. And I'm making designs so that I can use up our inventory, and that's why we're making kits out of all of my designs. However, so many people wrote and said that they missed out on our first batch that we decided that we were going to order. But ordering means, I don't know how many to order. So we found an app for our website that allowed us to put it on pre-order, which was so good because now we have the exact numbers, everyone's paid up, and all we have to do is order our materials, which are from companies that send it to us relatively quickly, which we really made sure of that before we offered the pre-order. And so now the last pre-order came in yesterday, literally 1 minute before noon, which was from Vicky Gallus, who I know. And she was the last one that sort of just made it under the wire when I had to shut it down because that was our deal. So a whole bunch of people pre-ordered over the last few weeks. So we've been busy compiling them and making sure that everyone gets counted when it comes time that we make the kits. I think that'll be early or mid-September, and we'll start sending them out then. So thank you so much for trying out our first pre-order button. It seems to work really well. Marcia says I had to start the restart Facebook in order to get the comments to come out. Oh, isn't that something? Well, Pat, it's Lisa's birthday, so feel free to wish her a happy birthday. Hopefully, there you go. Lisa says, I must not be feeling well today. I had problems logging in this morning. No, honestly, I had problems too, Lisa. Apparently the sound that I was broadcasting out to everyone had a big echo behind it. So there may be gremlins in the cyberspace. Restarting Facebook sounds like a really good idea, and that's really good to know because when I stop and start again, I will tell people, shut down Facebook and reopen it in order to find my next, my next try. I haven't had to do that for quite a while. And everyone is hoping that Lisa feels better soon. I think you've got last time, Lisa, you had the first time that I actually tried to start this stream, several people wished you a happy birthday. I'm sure they'll be back. And if you just, hang in there, hopefully you'll be able to get all of the birthday greetings that you deserve today. I wish you were here because that would have been so great. We would have had, I was going to tell you we were going to have cake, but I'm not going to say that anymore because I know you're not feeling very much like eating right now. Lots of people I know are going to wish you a speedy recovery and also a happy birthday. Being sick on your birthday is kind of nice too, though, because you get to stay home, right? And home is where you love to be. So hopefully you'll enjoy today, no matter what. Okay, so we had such a busy week, and then what else did I do this week? Oh yes, I did some weeding in the garden, which was actually good for me. Like I felt stronger. I had what do you call it? One of those scopies, colonoscopy. It's hard to say, and that was a big event for me because I'd never had it before. I was so scared, but then they gave me whatever cocktail they gave me just before they did it, and I don't remember much. I was out of it. So it really was easy after that. The worst part was the day before, but I won't go into that. I know many of you probably had it already, but I hadn't, and all is well. I have no problems at all. It's a clean bill of health, which was such a relief too, because that's of course the reason that you go through that agony. You're welcome, Lisa. Barbara Weiner Bublik, hello, and happy Friday to you. And so what else did I do this week? Oh yes, so I started to prune the clematis, which is climbing up our back staircase, and so you can't even get up the stairs because the clematis is all over it. So I started to, snip away at the top, and all of a sudden the entire clematis bush fell almost onto the driveway, onto the bushes beneath. So I have no clematis left. It's at least not hanging on to any of the grill work underneath, which is just hilarious. Anyway, I'm kind of getting sick and tired of cutting down that clematis every summer. It clogs up my staircase, and then it gets all its tendrils all over my staircase, and then I have to clean that all off. So I've decided I'm going to cut that darn thing down and put it somewhere else because it really likes it there, but I don't like it there. So Jennifer Nadiello, hello. And it looks like a few people are here, but it's a slow going. Most people probably don't realize that they have to refresh their Facebook page. What a shame. Never mind. All of the replay will not just be on Facebook now, but will also be on YouTube in a little while. So those of you who are going to miss it out, I know that you will find me again on YouTube a little bit later. So let's see, what else can I do? First of all, Dorothy's here, so we have to have our weekly angel card, and that's going to come up. I also want to thank you for all of the wonderful good wishes for Lisa's birthday and for Lisa's being sick today. So she's not here. Hello, Jujana. It's good to see you too. I haven't actually talked to you for a very long time. I'm very glad that you have just joined us here, even if it's only for 1 minute. Thank you. It's wonderful to see you, dear Jujana. And I have some models here, which is super. I also have a bit of an announcement. I am hoping to hear back from our woodworker in Italy that, because we sent him an email on, I think we sent him an email on Wednesday, and I sent him another one yesterday, to inquire whether he can make some more of these wonderful spindle pin cushions. I mean, not the pin cushion itself, but the wooden parts, because if we don't, then we won't be able to have them in. But if he gets back to us, I'm hoping he'll let us know how long it will be, and then, because we now have a pre-order button, we can now put those on as a pre-order for a certain number of days, maybe 3, 4, 5 days. And then you can pre-order these, because many of you have asked about it because you like the pattern so much. But again, we did not want to just order a set amount and find out that we have it left over in our inventory, because since I semi-retired, we don't have much extra cash for inventory. So that's one of the things that we are very careful with now. We have a much smaller business, and that works just fine. I think Lisa and I can carry it on. But if we do want to order something, we want to know who wants it. So once we have your pre-order, then we know that we can order that from our woodworkers. I'm very excited. Do keep a lookout for an email that might be coming your way. Once I hear exactly when he can make it for and how much it will cost, etc., because I think the costs have gone up a bit, then we can put it on our website, and I'll send you all an email. If it's not, if it's not on today, and I haven't heard from him yet, so I don't know. But if it's like tomorrow, I will put it on tomorrow, and I will send you an email tomorrow, so that you know that you can pre-order our wooden spindles, the wooden spindle part of this pin cushion. And while I'm here, I might as well show you the strawberry pin cushion. Whoops, let's see. I think this is supposed to hang from the top, but we don't have a pin. So isn't that cute? Love this one. Well, what we've done, I had these silk wooden little oh, for goodness sake. I know if Lisa were here, she'd tell me what it is. And I use her, because I'm old, I can't remember everything. Spools, hello, of silk that my mother-in-law had, and I just love seeing all their different colors all the way around. And also there is an actual, what people do call a strawberry, is also attached to this, which you can make beautifully finished, as usual, by Lisa. And that's the strawberry one, which I think is, actually, I'm not sure which is my favorite, because there's another one here. Let me see, what am I going to do with this? I guess I have to put it over here now. Usually Lisa puts it away for me. There we go. Okay, so this one is one of my, I think this is my favorite, actually. This is, it's actually called dragonfly or water lilies, and I don't know which it is, but I think it's water lilies, and as you can tell, that's the theme of the top. The water lilies just look real, right? And they're made with the silk ribbon, which is like, I think it's 7 millimeters or maybe even wider than that, which we had at one point, which we don't have now, but I know that you can still get 11 or 9 or 7 millimeter ribbon. And if you don't have the wide ribbon, get the smaller ribbon and just have fun and play with it, because it doesn't really matter if you use a wide ribbon or not. You're still going to get these wonderful floral expressions of water lilies. And then there's the scissor case that came with it this time. This time Lisa made it like, and there's the stitched dragonfly, which turned out really neat. And then of course, oops, sorry, then there is a very stiff little scissor case that goes with that one. And I guess I put this over here. And then we also have, thank you, Lisa. And then we also have this one, because these are all the same ones that were made by our special woodworker. This one is also got a pin keep, just like the strawberry one does. And on the top you will see this is called Bumblebee pin cushion. And you can see all the bees, and it has a scissor fob with a rather large bee on it. It's actually quite realistic looking. And the thing that everybody loved with the Bumblebee one was this beehive scissor holder. So you can put your pair of scissors in here and just put it beside your chair. It's a really cute, when the scissors are in it, it looks really cute too. And it makes sure that the point of your scissor doesn't get damaged. Oh, so I have to check and see. The spindle pincushion, Dorothy, you're going to love it. And there are all these different designs that go on this particular wooden spindle. So if you want to do all the designs and have them all together like I do, you're going to need 1, 2, 3, possibly 4, because this was the original spindle pincushion wooden form, and it's not made by this Italian woodworker. It was made by someone else in the States. And I love this one. It's original, the original one that I had taught in Minnesota at one point. And it was fashioned after the Victorian purse and the Victorian sampler. And because this is the original one, I think it still works as far as the new spindle pincushion wooden forms. So we're going to be looking forward to hearing from our woodworker to see if we can get those spindle pincushions and the little scissor, and the little beehive scissor holder. We're going to see if we can hear from him soon. Maybe he's on holidays because it's almost August, and I believe in Italy they go on holidays during the summertime, quite long holidays. So we'll find out. And as soon as we hear from him, then we will see if we can put it up on our website with another pre-order button. So happy that we got those. I think the woodworker might be on holidays this month. We might not hear from him right away. Thank you, Lisa. Just what I thought. I guess we, great minds think alike. And Dorothy says, I'm not seeing them either. Now, what is she talking about? Let's just see. Let's see. Interesting, not seeing all the comments. Oh, you're not seeing all the comments, Lisa. I did not know that. So not everyone is seeing the comment. Oh, that's right. You haven't yet downloaded Facebook Live if you're looking on your phone. Pat Hankey says, it's been very hot here, so I haven't done any weeding. Well, I must say that I wouldn't do it if it was hot. And it was hot a few days. I didn't do it either, Pat. No way will I go out there and feel that bad. But it's been relatively sunny and cool here, around 19, 20 Celsius, so we're good. Pat is working the lily pads now. Oh, I didn't know that. You're working on them already. Awesome. And Dorothy, oh, you're not seeing the comments either, says Dorothy. Okay, now let me think. As far as seeing the comments are concerned, I seem to remember that if you're on your phone, which you may not be, I don't know, but if you're on your phone, the only way you can actually see your comments and other people's comments now is if you are working with Facebook Lite, L-I-T-E. So you can shut down Facebook on your phone, download Facebook Lite, and try it out right now if you want to. It'll take you a few minutes. You'll miss something. But there's always a replay for this live stream. So, and Lisa says, I'm on my old MacBook. Yeah, that could be another problem. If you're on a MacBook, which is like a computer and should work just fine, you might still find on your MacBook that you need to download Facebook Lite as an app. I don't know. Marcia says, I have to keep refreshing Facebook to see my current comments, and I am on my laptop. Okay, something is happening this morning. I think we're just so, persistent here. I'm not going to make this a long Stitch Along Friday so that you don't get so frustrated, because I see that people have actually left the building. And that's perfectly understandable. I have had some news to tell you, which is good, and it's Lisa's happy birthday today, so anybody who's listening can please send her a happy birthday on Facebook. I know she'd love that. Lisa Archer is her personal Facebook presence. It's Archer, Lisa Archer, and I know that you can find it, and perhaps you can leave a message on her Facebook page, her personal Facebook page. I know she'd love to hear from you because she's not feeling well today. What I wanted to show you also were some of the Christmas in July patterns. Now, I know Christmas in July has been a long time coming, and I would show them only to you today, but it doesn't, I'm not sure whether or not people are getting my live stream easily today. As Marcia says, I have to keep refreshing Facebook to see the current comments. Good heavens, this is getting ridiculous. So I'm going to try and do something about all this, and maybe over the next few live streams, we're going to work things out so that things will work better again the next time. I don't want to start over again, though, because I think we're doing just fine. And don't forget, you can look at the live replay, or the replay rather, on Facebook, or I will upload it to our YouTube channel where you can see it much, much more clearly. No, I just look. Thank you for the birthday wishes, says Lisa. Under the weather on your birthday is not a great birthday present. Absolutely. I don't think I would like that either. Mind you, I've usually had a cold on my birthday because mine is in February. So let's see if we can liven the situation up a little, get a little more positive, and get another angel card because I think it's time. Okay, so I'm not looking at the writing. I'm just looking so that I don't pick up more than one. It says, and this is for all of you out there, you are a beautiful soul, and you really are, all are. It is a matter of recognizing your own beauty that's important, because we often think of other people as beautiful souls. Don't forget, we are also all beautiful souls. So that's a very good angel card that I love to hear today. So I have to also talk to you about these models, these Christmas models. I'm not sure that I should really get started on this actually this time. I might truncate today's live stream. In other words, shorten it up a little bit. Thank you for joining us, because not enough people are actually watching at the moment. And I know next week, well, at least I hope next week, Lisa will be back with us. And today I'd just like to make sure that everyone knows how much I appreciate you joining and sharing this last half hour at least with me. It's almost been a half hour at least. And I can show you what today's stitch along pattern looks like. It's very cute. Still another cat, of course. And this time the cat is looking at some yummy birds. I'm not sure if it actually wants to eat any of them, but it certainly enjoys all the splashing. So have fun stitching that one, and I'll upload that as soon as I upload the YouTube video for today. I did have some other things. Oh yes, one more thing. I really want to show you this, and the reason I'm showing you this is because I've stopped sharing my books about needlework. I have literally a huge library over here, and also one in there, and then another one upstairs. So I love books, and I read a lot. So this one, I don't know whether I showed you this or not, but this is really interesting. It's not necessarily about embroidery, though, okay? So if you're thinking this is 20,000 years of embroidery, nah. But what this is a history of the work that women have done for 20,000 years. For instance, it says in the flyleaf, 2,500 years ago, the women of Athens worked at home, virtual prisoners of their husbands, sounds familiar, expected to provide cloth and clothing for the family. 4,000 years ago, so that's another 1,500 on top of that, before that, in ancient Mesopotamia, there was a very different picture. Respectable women were in business for themselves, weaving textiles at home to be sold abroad for gold and silver. Can you believe it? So these are the kinds of things that are in this book. Looking back even farther to 20,000 years ago, women began making and wearing the first clothing created from spun fibers. String skirts that announced to all a woman's ability to bear children. And as you can imagine, this has to do a bit with femininity because it's women who have taken care of all these things. And it's difficult to find any kind of history or archaeological evidence of all this, as you all probably know or realize. Clothing and food were women's main preoccupations and even occupations. And so what ends up happening is all of these things were very easily destroyed. I mean, you either ate them and wore them to pieces. So you won't find very much actual evidence, but they now have more evidence showing how much women did throughout the ages and how they were treated as a result. And I find this one in particular, women's work, the first 20,000 years, really good. This was actually written in, let's see, when the edit, I think it was in the 90s, 1994 by Elizabeth Wyland Barber. She's quite the academic. And I think she's British, and she is extreme. Oh, wait a minute. No, in California. She teaches linguistics and archaeology at Occidental College in California. And so her research is really impeccable. I just love reading about people, and particularly women of so long ago. And I can imagine what they used to do with, and it's not just women's work. It mainly concentrates on clothing, textiles, and weaving, and that kind of thing. Not necessarily only embroidery. It's a great book. Yes, Dorothy, you will love it. Hello, B from Saskatchewan. Good to see you. Goodbye, Lisa. I hope everyone has a good week, and I hope that you are back to normal next week. So in the meantime, I think I'm going to say goodbye, and I hope that all of you have a happy weekend. Not just this weekend, but also over the next week, because by next week we should be back with Lisa, who is having her birthday today. Go to Lisa Archer on her Facebook page and wish her a happy birthday, and also a get well happy birthday because she's not feeling well today. So I hope that all of you are well and happy, and sending lots of love your way. See you next week, and goodbye.